Welcome to the District of Columbia Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking, also known as DISB, podcast on how to file a complaint. The department's mission is threefold. 1. Cultivate a regulatory environment that protects consumers and attracts and retains financial services firms to the district. 2. Empower and educate residents on financial matters. And 3, provide financing for district small businesses. My name is Philip Edmonds, and I am the Director of the DISB Compliance and Analysis Division. In today's podcast, I will explain the types of complaints that the department handles and how and when to file a consumer complaint with us. But first, let me tell you a little bit about DISB and who we regulate. In order to protect consumers, DISB regulates financial services entities that include 1. Insurance companies, insurance producers, health maintenance organizations, captive insurance companies, and risk retention groups. 2. DISB also regulates investment advisors, investment advisor representatives, broker-dealers, broker-dealer agents, securities issuers, and agents of issuers. And 3, the list doesn't stop there. We regulate district and state-chartered banks, mortgage lenders and brokers, mortgage loan originators, and mortgage loan servicers. 4th, and finally, we also regulate check cashers, money transmitters, consumer sales finance companies, money lenders, appraisal management companies, service contract companies, and consumer credit service organizations. If your complaint involves one of these entities, DISB recommends that you first contact the financial entity to resolve the matter prior to submitting a complaint. If you are unable to resolve the complaint directly with the firm, the next step is to determine if the company is regulated by DISB. At our licensing search page, Verify License on our website at disb.dc.gov/services. If your complaint is against a banking institution, remember that DISB regulates District of Columbia chartered banks only and does not have authority over those that are federally chartered or chartered by another state. Some state-chartered banks headquartered in other states have branch offices in the District of Columbia. Please search the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation's Bank Find database, fdic.gov, to find out where your bank is chartered, and then contact the appropriate state bank regulator. Also, if your complaint is against a credit union, keep in mind that DISB regulates District of Columbia chartered credit unions only, but has no supervisory authority over credit unions that are federally chartered or headquartered in another state. If your credit union is a federal credit union, the word federal or the letters FCU will likely be in its name. If this is the case, you should contact the National Credit Union Administration at ncua.gov to address your complaint. The types of complaints DISB can handle. So what types of complaints do we handle? At DISB, we handle complaints from residents related to their interactions with financial institutions. You may be wondering what that means for you. Well, let me share a few examples of the types of complaints we can handle for you. Number 1, home, auto, business, health, life, dental, and other insurance problems. 2, affinity group plans, investment accounts, securities offerings, broker-dealers and investment advisors, questionable investment practices, for example, Ponzi or pyramid schemes, and the suitability of transactions. And 3, check cashers, including those operating in small grocery stores and liquor stores. 4, we can also help you with complaints related to consumer credit service organizations. 5, consumer sales finance companies, money lenders, in person and online, money transmitters, in person and online, and 6, mortgage lenders, mortgage brokers, and mortgage loan originators. 7. Finally, DISB can help you with complaints related to service contract companies that provide consumer home warranties. What kind of issues can DISB help you address? Well, we can help you with complaints related to coverage issues, claim disputes, premium problems, sales misrepresentations, policy cancellations, refunds, and mortgage loan modification or payment problems. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Well, we also investigate complaints against insurance producers, financial advisors, brokers or agents, and public adjusters. Filing a complaint allows a DISB Consumer Services Specialist to examine the facts and circumstances surrounding your complaint and determine if any district laws, rules, or regulations were violated. The complaint process gives the department the opportunity to assist in resolving your issue in accordance with the law and contract provisions. It also helps us enforce your rights as a policyholder, borrower, investor, and district resident who has entered into a transaction with a financial entity that DISB regulates. Accordingly, if you are unable to resolve your issue with your financial entity and have determined that the financial entity is regulated by DISB, you may file a complaint with us. If you are a district resident, or if your insurance policy or contract was issued in the District of Columbia, you may file an online complaint through our online portal at disb.dc.gov or by writing a letter, completing a paper complaint form, or by completing a fillable complaint form that can be found using the same link for the online submission. Be sure to include any supporting documentation for your complaint and assist in the complaint investigation. Now, I want to help you fill out our complaint form. It contains several sections. It is important that all relevant information is included and all sections are completed. Let me briefly explain the form. In the first section, the Tell Us About Yourself section, you will provide basic contact information that includes your name, address, phone number, and email address. The second section, entitled Tell Us About Your Problem and Check All Boxes That Apply, gives you the opportunity to tell us about your complaint. The third section, entitled Tell Us About the Company That You Have a Problem With, asks for company name, address, contact information, your policy, contract or account number, and the product that is the basis of your complaint. The remaining sections provide required disclosures and ask questions to ensure that DISB is the appropriate regulatory authority to address your complaint and that your complaint falls within our jurisdiction. Your signature is also required. To ensure your concerns are fully addressed, include the following information in your complaint. 1. A brief description of your complaint. 2. Your policy and account numbers. 3. The facts related to the complaint and copies of supporting documents. 4. The name of the financial entity or person whom the complaint is against. 5. The contact information of the person to whom you spoke at the financial entity. And 6. How you would like your complaint resolved. What DISB cannot do. There are a few things that DISB cannot do related to your complaint, and it is important to make note of them. DISB cannot provide legal advice, act as your attorney, or interfere in a pending lawsuit. Furthermore, DISB cannot decide disputes involving questions of fact, such as who was negligent or at fault. You may submit your completed complaint form using the following methods. Email it to disbcomplaints at dc.gov, mail your form to District of Columbia, Department of Insurance, Securities and Banking, 1050 First Street Northeast, Suite 801, Washington, D.C., 2002. If you would like to submit your complaint in person, please call the department first to be sure someone is available. You can reach us at 202-727-8000 or fax your form to 202-354-1085. Be sure to mark your fax, "Attention, Consumer Services Department." Now let's talk about what happens once you file your complaint. Upon receipt of the completed complaint form, the investigator assigned to help you will contact you within 3 business days for an introduction, to confirm receipt of your complaint, and to explain the next steps. The investigator will contact the financial institution that your complaint is against to demand a written response to the issue raised in your complaint. That process takes approximately 10 business days. Once the financial institution responds, the investigator will review the response and analyze and research the relevant applicable district and federal laws and regulations to ensure compliance. The complaint process typically takes 45 days for a full investigation, depending on the complexity of your complaint. At the completion of the investigation process, you will receive a closing letter detailing the outcome of your complaint. This concludes DISB's podcast on how to file a consumer complaint. Remember, we are here to help. Thank you for listening. If you have questions regarding the DISB complaint process, please visit our website at disb.dc.gov or contact us at 202-727-8000. Thank you.